Hi guys, happy July! Can you believe we're halfway through the year? What has happened to 2019? The first half just flown by. So I hope this year is going magnificently for you. If it's not, remember I'm coach. Come talk to me. Let me see if I can help sort your year out. And little plug. Okay, so how did you get on with clutter clearing month? Did you join in? Did you get loads of stuff cleared out? Yeah, I didn't. I wanted to. I really wanted to, but I had pretty much every week in June some disruption came up, and I just didn't have as much time as I wanted to do as much as I wanted. However, I did clear some hotspots. I did keep them relatively clear, although I've just noticed another one of my hotspots is my desk, and I've seen another pile of stuff that I just put on the corner of the desk before putting it somewhere else, and I haven't put it somewhere else, so I need to sort that out in a minute. Yeah, so I've still got some work to do with clutter clearing, but I did find that having it as the practice for the month did bring it kind of front and centre to mind, so that was good for me. How was it for you? So this month we've got a completely different practice. We've got a total change of direction. So that was a very physical thing. This time, you could say we're keeping the theme going in a weird way because we're going to go with meditation this month. Meditation. So first of all, tell me about your experiences of meditation. Do you have a practice? Do you try and do it and then don't really do it? Have you tried to get a practice going before and never really succeeded? Or have you tried it and gone, do you know what? I'm no good at this meditation malarkey. A lot of people say that. I can't meditate. I'm no good at meditation. The thing is, everyone can meditate. Really, everyone can meditate. I'll come to that. But first of all, I want to hear your experiences. So pause the video for a second and just tell me in the comments, or if you're on the email list, just reply to my email and tell me your experience of meditation, because I can tailor this slightly for your needs, so if you've tried meditation, you've really struggled with it, then I can address that in the posts throughout the coming month. And I'd really like to know what your experience is. So for me, meditation is like a timeout for the mind. It's like a chance to step back from the constant onslaught of input and almost it's like there's a little filing system in here, and all the input, there's loads of bits of paper coming in, and files coming in, and information coming in, and it's like having, like, I don't know if you've ever worked in an environment like this. I did, where we used to close the office for an hour so no one could come in. Like, there'd be a sign on the door, the office is closed, just so that we could deal with the stuff that was in front of us and file stuff away and get everything done, because otherwise you didn't get anything done because it was just constant input, and people coming in and people wanting stuff and what have you. So every day we used to put a note on the door, the office is closed for an hour, just so we could get on top of everything that was going on. And for me, that's what meditation does. It gives, like, the inner filing system a chance to go and put things away. It also gives me great perspective. Often I get to my desk and I go, oh my God, I've got to do this, 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 I've got to do this. And everything's terrible, everything's stressful, and it's all, And then I meditate and I go, do you know what? That thing can wait till tomorrow. That thing is the most important thing. Do that. And that thing, well, it'd be good to get it done. But if you do the most important thing first, you're going to feel so good. And it gets everything in perspective, gets all my priorities back in perspective. Things that have been bothering me, when I meditate, those things often go away, or I get great insight as to what I can do about it. And not always in meditation. This is the interesting thing. And I've only found this in the last, I've meditated on and off for years. Probably about a decade I've meditated on and off. But in the last 6 months, I've had a slightly different practice, and I've noticed that I meditate. I may get some insight in the meditation, but then later on, I'll get like a light bulb moment, and it happens a lot when I'm doing this particular type of meditation. But this particular practice, it happens a lot, and I found that really interesting. That having that, giving your brain that space to go, allows it to later find the file it needs, or find the idea it needs, or find the insight it needs. It's quite amazing. I love it. I'm a big fan of meditation. So if you hate it, this is not going to be the month for you. But no, seriously, if you've never got on with meditation but you want to, fantastic. We're gonna have some fun with it. If you've had a meditation practice in the past and you'd like to redo it, fantastic. You'd like to get it going again, fantastic. If you already have a meditation practice, tell me what it's like, tell me what it does for you, tell me how you feel about it, and you can intensify it or extend it or make it more of part of your routine. So what we're going to do this month is we're going to play with types of meditation. Okay, play with types of meditation, experiment, have ideas. When I first started to meditate, I thought you needed to sit in lotus position for an hour and not have any thoughts, and that's just not how meditation works. It really isn't. It may be that when you've meditated for a long time, you can just quiet your mind and go into that kind of Zen state of nothingness. But for most of us, what's actually going to happen is we stop, we relax, we breathe, and our mind goes ba-ba, because there's so much stuff going on in there. And that's part of meditation for me. So when I meditate, for the first amount of time, a few minutes, it could be anything from a few minutes to 20 minutes, my mind will just be racing. And what I started to do years ago was I'd have a pad and paper next to me when I meditated, because I'd sit down and I'd go, oh God, I've got to do this. Hang on, I've got to do this. So what used to happen was I'd sit down to meditate, I'd remember something I need to do, and I'd go and do it. And then I'd sit down again and I'd go, and there would always be something. So I just had a pad next to me and a pen, and just decided, you know what, if a thought comes up, I'll write it down and then I'll get back to meditating. It was what worked for me to be able to meditate. And this is the thing, this is your meditation. You don't have to do it the way everyone else tells you it has to be done. That's a load of shit, to be honest. It's your meditation. It's you meditating. So if you're not the sort of person who finds it easy to sit and focus on your breathing, I wasn't. I can do it now, but that's after 10 years of an on and off meditation practice. When I first started, I had no chance. There was no chance I could do it. So I started with guided visualizations. We'll talk about them later in the month. So, you've got to find the way into meditation that works for you. Don't try and do it everyone else's way and do what everyone else says you should do. And don't think that if you sit down and your mind doesn't go quiet, that's not meditation. To me, meditation is taking time out to stop. That's it. So the type of meditation that I've been doing recently, you can't really even call it meditation. It's just doing nothing. I sit and I do nothing. I stare into space. I sit and do nothing. I don't concentrate on my breathing unless I want to. I don't concentrate on a mantra unless I want to. I just sit and do nothing. And some people would say that's not meditating because you're not focusing, you're not whatever. I don't care. It's working for me. Now, I love breathing meditations. I love mantra meditations. I love guided visualizations. I love all stuff like that. And we're going to talk about all of those things, as well as walking meditation, as well as dancing for meditation, yoga for meditation. We're going to talk about all of that stuff during the month. And basically this month, what I'm going to do is just share resources that I really love and meditations that I really love with you, so you can try them out, check them out, and see how they go with you. See if focusing on a mantra is like, oh, this is what I've been missing all my life, or whether it's like, really, no, not for me, thank you. And if that's the case, you're going to have fun, because there's quite a few mantras that I want to share, because I love a mantra, love them. But we're going to sort of look into all different types of meditation, because it's not just about sitting in lotus position. Also, you don't have to sit in lotus position if that's, for me, part of the thing is be comfortable in whatever position you're in. For me, lotus position's not comfortable. I'm in my mid-40s, and lotus position is not for me. I can't get it, but I can get into it, but I couldn't sit in it for 10 minutes anyway. So you don't have to do none of that. Just be comfortable. Be comfortable, because then that will allow your body to relax, which will then help your mind to relax. There's no point in trying to turn yourself into a pretzel, because trust me, the only thing you'll be focusing on is the fact that you're really uncomfortable. And that's not meditation, surely. Just focusing on being uncomfortable. That's not meditation. So we've got all that to come. So what I want you to do, I always say an easy way to practice this practice. I don't think any of the meditations I plan to share are longer than about 15 or 20 minutes. A lot of them are under 10 minutes. But the easy way to practice this practice is just to sit down and meditate for a period of time. Now, it's up to you whether you say, yes, I will meditate for 1 minute. We'll talk about that. 2 minutes. We'll talk about that too. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour. What I would suggest, though, if you already meditate for 20 minutes every day and you think, yes, I can extend it to 30 minutes, awesome. If you currently don't meditate at all, pick a small amount of time. Make it easy for yourself. Make it so that you will be able to do it easily every day, because the whole point of the practice is it's a daily practice. If you say, yes, I'm going to do 4.5 hours of meditation every day, is that realistic? I couldn't do that. There's not a chance. An hour, I would struggle, to be honest. And my sit and do nothing meditation, 15 minutes. That's all I do. I don't do a long meditation. I just do 15 minutes. Can you call it meditation? I don't know. I'll investigate that over the month and see what other experts on meditation think of just sitting and doing jack shit for 15 minutes and calling it meditation. I call it meditation because I often slip into, not a trance state, it's only 15 minutes, but I kind of slip into like a calm state, a almost blank state. It's never completely blank because my mind's continually going, but I can feel my brain waves kind of go from whoa, like really rough seas to a really nice calm sea. Lovely. So I'm looking forward to this practice. I hope you are too. So for today, all I want you to do is think about what you can easily do every day. Can you easily do 10 minutes? Can you commit to 1 minute? We'll talk about that. I think that'll be tomorrow's post, actually. We'll talk about 1 minute meditation tomorrow. So today, just pick an amount of time. And then if you feel moved to, do that amount of time today without any input from me. I mean, I've talked about all sorts of different types of meditation. So if something really grabbed your attention, you thought, walking meditation, you say, or dancing meditation, you say, go check that out and do that. And that's it. I'm really looking forward to this one because I know that the practice of meditation is super powerful. It's so good for you, particularly in these days of constant input. We are, as a people, we are crying out for that time to chill and relax and let the mind relax. That's the main thing. You might let your body relax, but the mind very rarely gets to relax because we're mostly on these things. Anyway, so that's it. Let me know if you're all in on this one. If you're like, please, meditation, get lost, or if you're like curious and ready and open for it. I hope you enjoy this month's practice. Namaste.